It is said that in the grand theater of life, those who wear many hats play the most compelling roles, artists, managers inclusive. I am Queeneth Tennyson, and in my last video, I had discussed a number of roles of an artist manager, and I promised that in my next video, which happens to be this one right here, I'll be discussing more duties or roles of an artist manager. So let's dive right into it. In this video, I'll be discussing 5 more duties of an artist manager, and those duties include: number 1, being a friend and a confidant; number 2, team recruitment, development and coordination; number 3, risk management; number 4, career strategy, planning and plan execution; and finally, I'll be discussing budgeting and money management. Let's talk about being a friend and a confidant. As an artist manager, your job roles go beyond being a business advisor or a strategic thinker. You get to the point where you become a friend and a confidant, and to an extent, a life coach. You need to provide emotional support for your artists. You need to provide emotional guidance for them. You need to get to a point where you become their first point of call or first point of contact, not just for professional issues, but also for personal issues. Let's take, for instance, sometime last year, we had a concert that had over 15,000 people in attendance. I didn't notice this. Someone recounted this to me a couple of months later. The artist I work with was about to go up stage, and something was wrong. Nobody knew what was wrong. He was visibly uneasy and uncomfortable. So he sent for me, and I got there, and in split seconds, I was able to say something to him that made him at ease and pretty much more comfortable. It was normal for me, so I didn't notice what had happened. But the person who told me this story, for the life of him, couldn't understand how that was possible in seconds, because it was more like a before and after thing. But I was able to do this because there was a pre-existing friendship and an understanding. So I knew when something was wrong. I knew what to do, or a couple of things to do to mitigate the situation at that time, because there was a relationship between myself and the artist that I work with. So as a friend and a confidant, you should be a safe space for your artists. You should be able to keep their secrets. You should be their greatest cheerleader and support system. Remind them of their strengths and their past achievements, because there are a lot of times when they suffer from self-doubt and anxiety, and you should be the person that's their support system. You should go sometimes as far as helping them develop coping strategies for their stress and so on, because honestly, this celebrity life, it's not easy on them. They have to go through a lot and cope with a lot of things, and you should be there as their support system and as their greatest cheerleader. Bottom line is that you're being able to listen to them when they have personal needs, sometimes things they can't discuss with other people because of the way that they see them and the celebrities that they are. Your ability to listen to them and advise them helps them stay grounded and focused, and you can only do that when you are focused and grounded, because you can't give what you don't have. So the second thing I'll be talking about is team recruitment, development, and coordination. Now, the people who work with and around your artist are a very crucial part to his success. Hence, building and managing a successful team around your artist is very crucial. This includes recruiting band members such as keyboardists, backup singers, drummers, etc., stylists, makeup artists, publicists, videographers, photographers, lawyers, and basically everybody who works with and around your artist, right? You need to ensure that you scrutinize whoever you're recruiting properly, and that everybody works harmoniously towards the goals of the artist, or achieving the goals of the artist. An example of this was recently when we were recruiting and we hired a new drummer. We had not had conversations about communication and lateness to events and all of those things, and we had to go for an event. We were already at the venue of the event, and there was no drummer in sight. We had to stall the service for a while until we got to a point where we couldn't stall the service anymore, and we had to go upstage to perform or minister, as the case may be. And this guy shows up halfway into the performance. Prior to this time, our keyboardist had to cover for him as a drummer. So imagine a keyboardist, someone who isn't a drummer, playing drums. Imagine the chaos and the stress that had to put everybody through. Now, if we had a backup drummer, or we had conversations or put structures in place the way they were supposed to be prior to this time, this wouldn't have happened, right? So it is your job as an artist manager to put the structures that need to be in place just so that everybody and everything can work harmoniously. Number 3 is career strategy, planning, and execution. These 3 things are key responsibilities of an artist manager. As an artist manager, you need to work closely with your artists to develop a vision for their career, set short-term and long-term goals, create a roadmap or a plan as to how you intend to achieve these goals that you have set, and even executing these plans or making sure that these plans or goals are effectively executed is also your responsibility, basically to keep your artist on track. An example of this would be the artist that I work with used to have this exclusive live worship session in our studio, which housed 10 to 15 people. And this year he goes, I want to make it bigger, I want to let more people in. And making it bigger and letting more people in would require a bigger venue, more logistics, and knowing the taste of the person that I work with, it will mean more of everything because his taste for excellence is on another level. Now, the responsibility rested on me as the artist manager to bring the vision to actualization. So I had to bring what was on paper or what was said verbally to life. So also you as an artist manager need to get to the point where you're able to bring your artist's vision to actualization. The 4th thing I want to talk about is risk management. I like to believe that an artist manager is like the Holy Spirit who teaches us all things. This is because the Holy Spirit knows all things. You could say that the Holy Spirit is omni-knowest. So also you as an artist manager, you need to be omni-knowest. You need to know a lot of things, find out information about things, because knowing these things is how you keep your artist out of harm's way. A critical part of your job is identifying potential risk and developing strategies to mitigate them in terms of the personal safety of your artist and even their financial well-being. Let's take, for instance, your artist is to perform at an event, right? And it is your responsibility to find out what kind of event it is, where the event is holding, and basically if the environment is safe enough for your event. Let's say it's an outdoor event, you need to consider the risks involved, the security risks and the technical failures that could come up at such an event, right? So it's as little as what kind of car should my artist drive to this event? Is the road good enough for his car, or should we hire a car? Should we ask the host to pick us up, or should we drive ourselves to the event? It's as little as when we get to this event venue, should my artist be in the car till it's time for him or her to perform, and should we get back in the car immediately and leave, or is it safe for the artist to sit in the crowd, right? You might want to consider employing additional security, have a backup equipment, because as mundane as having a backup equipment is, it is very important. I remember one time we went to a church and the church keyboard was bad. We had to drive back to our studio to get our own keyboard. Imagine the time we spent trying to get a new keyboard and stalling the whole service just because there was no keyboard. I can't remember how many times we've had to go to events with cymbals just because we want to make sure that when we get to the event venue, we're not stranded or confused because something is not working, right? So when you're proactive and when you plan for these contingencies, you're able to reduce the impact of potential issues or problems for yourself, for your artist. Let's say your artist is going on a tour or has an event in another country and he's not going with his team. It is your job as an artist manager to assemble a reliable team for your artist. This ranges from band members to travel or tour managers, sound engineers, logistics personnel, paparazzi if need be, right? This might involve having regular meetings with them, both virtual meetings or physical meetings. You might even need to travel before your artist gets there just to make sure that there is a reliable team for your artist to work with, right? You also need to note that wherever you have people of different backgrounds, conflict is inevitable. It's also your duty to make sure that you mitigate this conflict issues even before it gets to your artist. So it's your job to generally make sure that things are running smoothly. This brings me to the fifth and final duty of an artist manager that I'll be discussing today, and this is budgeting and money management. We all know that money is a very, very somehow topic, for lack of better words, right? It's a very delicate topic to talk about, but being able to budget and manage your money properly is essential for any successful career in the entertainment industry. And managing the financial aspect of your artist career is very crucial. As an artist manager, you play a very important role in this. Managing the financial aspects of your artist career includes budgeting for projects, managing income and expenses, negotiating deals and contracts that are favorable to your artist, and just baseline making sure that the artist or your artist remains financially healthy. Now let's look at another example to further buttress this issue of budgeting. Let's imagine that your artist is planning a concert, and as their manager, it is your duty to create a detailed budget covering venue, vendors, publicity, honorarium, payments. You even go as far as tracking income for your artists, income in form of support, partnerships, and sponsorship, right? You just need to ensure that all your expenditures align with your planned budget and the money that you have at hand. This careful financial exercise helps you to prevent overspending and helps prevent you from running into deficits. In summary, like I said earlier, an artist manager has to wear so many hats in doing his or her job, ranging from personal support to strategic positioning and financial planning. And by excelling in these roles, you help your artists navigate their careers and achieve their goals, which is the crux of your job as an artist manager. But you have to remember, however, that whenever life or your job demands that you wear many hats, true wisdom is knowing which hat fits where. So you need to know in dispensing your job what position to assume per time, in making sure that you are doing everything to make sure that your artist career is moving in the right direction. I hope that by giving you all of these duties of an artist manager, you're able to know now if you're cut out for the job of an artist manager, and if you're already an artist manager, if you've been doing your job right and what to change or what to adjust. My name is Queeneth Tennyson. Like I said earlier in the beginning of this video, kindly like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe. Watch out for my next video where I'll be telling you how to make money as an artist manager. Thank you.